This episode is sponsored by iTunes. Go to www.cheapseatreviews.com. Click on the iTunes button, purchase anything you want, and a small portion will go to this podcast.
So we have created a new arm of the law. The Grammaton Cleric, whose sole task it is to seek out and eradicate the true source of man's inhumanity to man. His ability to feel.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 104, and today we are talking about Equilibrium. I am Sean Ord, and joining me tonight is Andrew. Nothing up my sleeve, except 2 guns, 2 magazines, and the mechanisms for both of them. Jimison.
Hi, guys. My name is Andrew, and I'm your new neighbor. I'm a sense offender.
Do you need to go on the registry?
I'm pretty sure that if you look online, there's a dot on my house.
Yep.
How are we supposed to follow up to that?
I don't know, but that was
No, we
the
don't.
creepiest thing Andrew has ever said.
We're done here.
Cornelius, Christian Bale looks good in black. He should be Batman. Logan.
I still don't like him as Batman.
No.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Sorry. I can't do it.
I thought he was actually...
But I have a reason for that.
Rather good. No. All right. Well, maybe we'll entertain that discussion tonight. And Sam, quickest sub-boss death ever? Vector.
I'm going to do this podcast without any feeling tonight. Okay.
Okay. That sounds probably like this is going to be our best show ever. Wait, you laughed. That's an emotion.
No, cut it.
Oh, and you got mad. That's an emotion.
And the puppy came in the room. What else am I supposed to do?
Praising.
So let's pull up a comfy chair and dive into the show. This is 2002's Equilibrium, and it still kind of has the stink of the 90s on it, but that's okay. It does, doesn't it? It really does.
Also the stink of Christian Bale.
Well, there's that too. I don't know. The stink of Christian Bale. What does Christian Bale smell like? He's like
little vials
anger.
of pee.
Like
little vials of pee and anger.
I would say like scotch and like fish. I don't know why.
Well,
I think he smells. Like he looks like a guy who smells all the time.
I don't know. I guess because I've seen him in like as he's always like these kind of billionaires, you know, other than Batman, he's like American Psycho and some other roles where he's like he's kind of like a very wealthy dude. Like he maybe like smells like Aqua Velva or something, like really expensive cologne. I'm not Aqua Velva's an expensive cologne, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like an Old Spice or some cologne that has a name that you can't pronounce that's by some guy that you can't pronounce. Yeah. By Lubadabda. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure I'm just offended somebody. Because I usually do. It's not a cheap seat reviews unless I offend somebody.
Now that Chad's gone, you know.
Yeah.
But not like gone, you know, dead.
Not yet.
No, he's not dead.
Not yet. I mean, I guess we all will eventually. As long as he doesn't have any emotions, he'll be fine.
Not me.
No, Chad has emotion. It's just usually hate.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is this movie, you're wondering? Well, I think, Andrew, you have some words you wanted to say.
Set in a future post-World War III society where emotions have been outlawed, except for emoticons, Equilibrium tells the story of John Preston, a government agent who begins to have doubts about the policy he is enforcing.
That's right. That's actually pretty accurate. This is a dystopian future type movie where sorry, I can't
rules
type.
don't count, and
no. It's a dystopian future where
And the points don't matter.
the points don't matter.
where they've made the decision to eradicate, is the word I think they use, all emotions. You don't have any emotions, and so everyone wears gray and black and tan and muted blue. Like and all these buildings are, boring and concrete, and you have to take a drug to keep you whatever. And of course, there's the resistance, right? There's always a resistance. People that want to.
Was this made in Detroit? I was just.
I don't know where it was filmed.
This is like alternate Detroit.
Detroit. This is.
No, although it was all but the resistance areas looked awfully clean, so I wouldn't say Detroit.
Well, it was filmed in.
Well, this is like
It would
the
be
Detroit
like
and RoboCop.
Canada, and then Detroit right across the river.
It was mostly filmed in Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
There's a
Charlottenburg.
Charlottenburg. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, it was filmed in Berlin, Rome, Vancouver, Berlin, Italy, Canada. So.
God, I had to suck for that one shot that they had to go do in Canada.
Yeah,
all right, guys, pack it up. We're going to Canada.
Well, it was considered. It said reshoot, so obviously, we forgot to do this. We need to go back and do that, and we'll just do it here in Canada because that's where we are.
They had to be sure to hit all the Nazi countries.
Oh.
Ooh. Or fascist or whatever, except for Canada, right?
No.
Oh, they're that too. Okay. Sweet. We've pissed off our one Canadian listener. Dang it, he didn't mean it, really.
No, I really didn't.
He's just.
It's okay. It's
Andrew's
fine.
new to the show. He's not used that we're supposed to offend people that don't listen to the show.
Canadians would apologize for us mocking them, eh?
I got
Yeah,
it.
it's okay. We probably deserve it today.
I don't know. If our Canadian listener, if you want to email in and tell us how much we are awful, that's fine.
Or
We're
call us.
Americans. We know how awful we are.
Yeah, or call us. What's the number?
You called me off guard there. Maybe
1-800-BATMAN.
4290. Yeah.
Damn, I was wrong.
Yeah, that's Batman. For a guy who had Batman, you're going to sound like Batman a lot today, aren't you?
I wasn't until now. Now I just sound like I'm cold.
A little bit.
A Jew.
Is that how Batman sneezes?
Did you say a Jew?
In this part of the country.
They did film in Germany.
Nice.
Oh,
I
wait.
said I chew, man. It's my name, man. Hey, Blinken.
A Jew.
Around these parts?
Hey, Blinken. Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Blinken?
No, I said hey, Blinken. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? But Equilibrium was not that. This was Kurt Wimmer.
Russell?
No, not Kurt Russell.
Wagner, the Nightcrawler.
Kurt Wimmer. I don't know.
Weimer.
He is known. He's a writer for such movies as Sphere, Thomas Crown Affair, Equilibrium, The Recruit, Ultraviolet, Street Kings, Law Abiding Citizen, Salt, Total Recall, Point Break, the new one, and Salt 2. And he has directed.
Gotta take that one with a grain.
He has directed one movie. His first movie he directed was a movie called One Tough Bastard. And I was curious about this. This was in '96, and it stars.
They say Liam Neeson.
No. It stars Brian Bosworth.
Who the hell is that?
For you,
Doesn't he do hair care?
for your the Bosworth solution. No, Brian Bosworth was a former Seattle Seahawk linebacker, also known as Brian the Boz or Brian Boz. He only played for 3 years, but he was kind of crazy. And then there's also a guy named Bruce Payne, but Neil McDonough is in it, but MC Hammer is in it. Yeah,
And that's on my list of stuff to watch tonight.
yeah. It's called One Tough Bastard. When a man's wife and family are murdered, he plots revenge only to find out that the killer is under federal protection and he must exact his own form of justice.
So pretty much
Every action.
John Wick 2.
Yeah, John Wick 2 or The Punisher or yeah. So then he directed this movie, Equilibrium, and then he did Ultraviolet in 06 with
who's it?
our girl Mia Djokovic, where he also brought out the gun kata as a thing. I've not seen that. I kind of want to. But before I continue on down this rabbit hole in which we are going to go, I should ask you who has seen this movie before and do our intros, as I've plainly forgotten to do. So, Andrew.
This was the first time for me. I was an Equilibrium virgin, and now I am not.
Okay.
So are you out of balance now that you've seen?
No, okay. I watched like 10 minutes of it and I fell asleep, to be quite honest. And so I had to restart it.
I'm so sorry.
I only watched about half of it before I had to make my kids their lunch, and making their lunch was a little more interesting to me, so I didn't go back to it until much later.
Making your children's lunch was more interesting than this movie.
Actually, I kind of want to hear what they had. I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
Well, but
beef jerky, yes.
Yes, beef jerky, pretzels, and a fudge-sicle.
And I'm already more excited about the lunch than
Oh.
Yeah, no, so I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. I enjoyed some of the action, some of the gun tricks and stuff, but it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't anything I hadn't seen before or seen in a different style, or, was more enjoyable in The Matrix.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Corny.
So it was hard to watch this movie because Christian Bale was in it. And for some odd reason, I have just not liked Christian Bale in anything, including Batman. And I'm a big comic book fan. So it was really hard to get behind the movie because of him. And so now I have the Bill Paxton complex that Sam has.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, why the hell do I hate this man so much? Why do I hate's a strong word. But why do I dislike him so much?
Well,
then it occurred to me
okay,
that he was such an a-hole in Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson that I have somehow equated that with him forever. I can't let it go. I know it's a movie. I know it doesn't exist. And then, of course, he has his little rant that he had with the stage help. So, in my mind, he's just that guy from Shaft.
Yeah. Yeah, that incident Corey's referring to was during Terminator Salvation. The director of photography decided to, during a scene that he was filming with Moon, what's her face?
Who's mooning? What?
No, her name is Moon something. I can't remember her last name. He walked in front of his eye line, and he lost his shit and screamed and cursed and screamed and cursed. And Sam, please don't play the song that you found.
No, I will not.
Do it, Sam.
But
it was, it was super unprofessional and all of that.
It was mean.
Yeah, it was.
It was like Kylo Ren in Christian Bale form.
Right. Actually, yeah. He could have played
Kylo Ren.
He could have played Kylo Ren, actually.
Yeah.
Sam.
All right, this was my first time.
Wait, hold on. Corny, had you seen this before?
Oh, no, I've never seen it before.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of those movies that you keep seeing in lineups of things. You're like, I should probably watch this. And I hadn't, and I'm really glad I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of this movie. So most of the time, I try not to see what IMDb gave the movie, but I did. And IMDb, you have failed me. I'm very upset of the rating you gave this movie.
It's a 7.5, by the way.
I know, right?
Okay.
Wow.
Sam?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this was my first time seeing this movie. I had no idea what this was, including the fact that Christian Bale was the lead in this thing. And I'm the opposite of Corny. I kind of like most of what Christian Bale does, and including Batman. But I did not like this movie at all. I was bored. I think Andrew mentioned it before that it was much better done in The Matrix. And I kept going through this movie and trying to think of what could have been done to make this movie better, and the whole idea is stupid. It's just really, really dumb not to have feelings. Yeah, sure, whatever, but it's an impossible feat, and it doesn't make sense of how they're doing it. I enjoyed the gung fu.
Gun kata.
Whatever they're calling it nowadays. The kids are doing.
I don't know about nowadays. That's what they called it in this movie.
Yeah. But
14 years ago.
Sorry, Sam. I mean, you knew you were 50 then. But
yeah. But I think with a different director, it would have at least kept our attention visually. There was a whole heck of a lot of Christian Bale moping around that they could have cut out. You know, it just seemed lengthy to me. But I wasn't a real big fan.
I think they could have saved maybe 20, 25 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
Of him just not staring into space.
They were trying to give you the big picture or whatever, but it was just, I don't know. I never bought it, I guess.
This movie made like no money. That's weird. No, like, because I'm confused because there's a trivia question about they didn't have a wide viewing in America because they had already made money overseas, and so they were afraid to do too wide of a showing in America that they would lose money on putting it in the theaters.
Prescriptions.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, because they only showed it in 300 screens. It's not very many. You know, in America. So total, I mean, the thing it was a budget of estimated $20 million, and I think it had a worldwide gross of about $10 million. I mean, that doesn't seem. Whatever. All right, so my turn, right?
Yep.
Sorry, I was just talking about that. Okay, this is probably like my 6th time seeing this movie.
What?
Or 5th time? Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
This was one of those movies that it would come on like FX or something like 6 years ago, and I would always catch it in the last 30 minutes of the movie. And I never knew what the movie was. I just always, it was always the scene when Keanu Reeves, I've done this like 12 times. I keep calling him Keanu Reeves because it reminds me of The Matrix. But actually,
he looks like him, for goodness sake.
Well, actually, I think the more appropriate analogy is it's Fahrenheit 451 meets V for Vendetta. I think those are actually the better pairing.
Yeah. With Matrix thrown in, trying to be visually.
Well, I mean, he's wearing like a black. I mean, other than that, there's no slow-mo camera.
Yeah.
Not really. He does like one fight scene where it's slow-mo, like one time, and it didn't look right. It didn't look like well done.
Yeah.
But for the most part, there was no slow-mo, which I appreciated. But no, so like, what was I saying? Oh, so I was always that, and I always liked it. I liked the gun kata. I liked the style. I thought it was really interesting, this concept. And then it wasn't until about 3 years ago where I think it was one of those free weekends on HBO, and I recorded it and watched the whole thing, and I actually really liked it. And then when it came, as soon as it came on Netflix, I watched it again. So I actually watched this about 3 months ago. Before I got put onto the list to do the show, so I've actually seen it fairly recently, and I actually still like it. I actually like it a lot.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
Well, nothing wrong with me. That's not fair to say. There's a lot of movies that I like that you hate. I don't say that.
Like what?
Like this movie?
Yeah, like this movie.
That's why there's something wrong with you.
No, there's not. I don't know. I like the idea. I do like the concept. I didn't think it was very stupid because we've watched movies where, for some reason, there's a dystopian world where we kill children and we think that's fine. So because the hunger.
Yeah, but this is to kill your feelings. It's weird.
Yeah, but I understand. But in their explanation of why, it kind of makes sense. I mean, again, I'm also a Trek fan, so I get why like the Vulcans don't have emotions, or they do. They just suppress them. But here's some of the.
I don't want to feel feelings anymore.
But there's some problems with the movie, and I'm not saying it's a perfect movie or even really a great movie. It's an okay movie, and they screw up a lot because like. Okay, so here's my real beef with the movie.
Okay.
For a world that's not supposed to have emotions, there's a lot of people having emotions. My God, Taye Diggs freaking smiles the entire movie. Did you notice that? Like every time you see
Diggs, I mean, you gotta be honest with you.
and he's a handsome man, and I understand he's got a $1 million smile, but like every time he's on camera, he's smiling. I'm like, wait, that's an emotion. What are you doing? You can't do that. When he had John Preston in the whatever, and he's yelling, "This man is a traitor," blah blah blah. I'm like, that's an emotional outburst. And then he's talking about, and this is going to make my career. Oh, that's pride. That's an emotion. So you're all kinds of screwed up. I mean, like the whole movie is filled with people who are having emotions that aren't supposed to. I mean, even in the scene, which I'm going to play in a little bit, where Preston's talking about the death of his wife, he even does kind of that like when someone asks you kind of a dumb question, you kind of that,
yeah,
that noise, like that's an emotional response. That's why are you asking me that? He does that. Yeah. So anyway.
I was gonna say what he should have done is like, your wife died,
right?
your wife had emotions.
So that's kind of my real issue. Truth be told, is that in this world, there's a lot of emotions. So that again, I don't know, and I'm probably going to harp on that probably another dozen times, but I want some of the things that I actually thought that worked really well before we kind of go through my notes here. Some of the things I actually thought, again, the gunplay I thought was actually really cool, and the sword play I thought was cool.
Yeah, well, I will say that the gung fu, as I was calling it,
gun kata.
You're not going to say it.
They say it in the movie like 12 times. Like, this isn't a hard
I
thing.
really don't care. It's a made up. It's got to be a made up word.
Well,
anyway,
every word is made up until someone adopts it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I refuse.
Okay.
Doggone it. What was I going to say?
Haha.
No, I've lost my train of thought. Jerk. The gun stuff is stuff I have never seen before. The way they were moving with the guns and how he was using it in terms of hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was very cool. And like I said before, I think with a different director and a different vision, this would have been a really good movie.
I don't disagree. Honestly, I don't. The movie... I actually like the concept, but it was in the wrong hands, and you need to up the budget. Like...
Oh, some of the CGI. Wow.
Yeah, there was some bad green screen things happening.
Yes.
Those cars were horrendous. That Cadillac they were driving. Did you guys notice that they covered up the dashboard?
Yes.
I was like, is the speed limit like an expression of emotion? Like, what is that? Like, that's a safety thing. Like, they had even removed the seat belts. I don't mean that they didn't wear them. Like, they were gone. I thought that was really weird. But the kind of tank things that they were driving, those were like when you go to the airport and
garbage trucks or something.
No, they were when you go to the airport and you have the trucks that drive the airplanes around and park them. Like that's what those were.
Yeah.
But which I thought was kind of a cool use of.
And not to mention all the bad guy minions had motorcycle helmets on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're just low budget movie. I mean, but like that's the thing. It's like. I kind of like the idea of this movie. Just this again, it's V for Vendetta, right? You have this government that's manipulating the masses, right? Through fear. Take this drug or we kill you, right? Yep. There's no middle ground. You're burned
alive.
Yeah, you're burned alive. Like my God, or you're shot to death.
Yeah.
There is no middle ground. It's kind of
death.
Yeah, there is no cake or death. Yeah.
I take cake.
Yeah. So it's a really bleak society. That's what made me think of V for Vendetta over, say, The Matrix. But I guess The Matrix is kind of the same way. You take evil robot overlords as the government. The same thing, I guess. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to get my train of thought back in here too. So
chugga.
You know what really bothered me in this movie?
Please.
You might have a clip of it.
The movie
is when they went into the Detroit area and they found the pens of dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Christian Bale threw himself in front of them and was begging him to not shoot his dog.
Right.
And do you have that clip?
No.
You don't have that clip?
Oh, that clip.
Yeah, that clip.
Oh yeah, right. He gets there and he's like, "Hey, please, you know that clip."
Shit, I got
It's my favorite scene in the movie, actually.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to really rehearse this later.
Stop eating my sesame cake.
Nope, that's not it.
Was that it? Is that
Not.
No, he was not hungry at the time.
Oh,
because he was pretty distraught.
Are you sure he wasn't? He wasn't.
I was eating pie.
Is that what happened?
No, he wasn't eating. No.
Although he would have said it that way, I will actually
Yeah.
go with that.
I actually don't have it. It's not in my.
What?
Where did it go? All right. Well, you talk about something real, and I pull the clip up.
Son of a. All right, so Sean Bean.
This dead air is.
Yeah, how about that, Sean Bean?
I swear to God, I'll get really mad.
There you go. Sorry. Okay. Anyway. There was something.
Oh yeah.
Really...
By the way, Joe Pesci, because I'm not sure if we've done that lately.
No. Well, we're only like 8 minutes in the show.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Sean Bean. We need to make sure that happens early on.
Is it sad that I
just to
saw
get it
him?
over with?
Like I saw him, and I was like, "Oh no, you're gonna kill you."
Yeah.
So here's the thing about the dogs, though, and this is a thing that I have. Some movies do this, and I can think of another example where they take. So like Taye Diggs comes up and he goes, "What do they do with these things? Do they eat them? Like we've how far into the future have we gone that you don't remember what pets are?"
We don't have any Chinese people with us?
I mean, wow.
Oh, you went there.
Yeah, he did. I don't think we have any Chinese listeners, but maybe.
All right.
Not anymore, we don't.
Andrew to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com.
But it was like remember, think back to Star Wars: A New Hope, right? And remember that guy that was harassing the Vader, and he was like, "You and your sorceress ways and your ancient religion." Like, wait a minute, the Jedi Temple was only 30 years ago. You were alive when the Jedi were a thing. It's not like it was hundreds of years ago, and your great grandpappy told you about the Force. And so it's like it just seems strange. I mean, I guess we don't know what the passage of time is after the war. I mean, for all we know, it's been 100 years into the future. And in those 100 years, I mean, I guess if he's never been around a dog, it just seemed like a strange thing that no one knew what the dog was for until it licked him in the nose, and then he had an emotional attachment to it. And then he stuck it in.
That's how I got my wife to say yes when I proposed.
Yeah, you licked her in the nose?
True story.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. I was just having a mental
on the
image.
joke, huh?
So some of the other things that were kind of dumb, like did you guys notice like the evidence room book guy? It was a giant book. What? It's the future, and you're using a giant book. That was kind of dumb, but whatever.
Budget dictated.
Yeah, but did you guys notice? I thought this was actually kind of cool. So when he's getting interrogated by the boss, I guess you want to call him, and they had that statue of basically Atlas with the globe, right? The Earth looked different. Did you guys notice that?
No.
Like the continents looked different.
Yeah, I noticed.
Now again,
they didn't have World War III and
right.
happened.
Oh, yeah, I understand. So I guess that's the idea is that the war was so devastating because like America was like blown in half, and South America was like blown in half, and parts of Europe were missing and other stuff. It was really interesting. That was actually one of the few things where I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. But again, I was looking for it this time, having seen the movie recently. You ready for your first clip?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, good. So I captured, first of all, most of these clips, there's not a whole lot of joy in these clips. But in that scene I'm talking about where he's getting interrogated about his wife and he makes that kind of noise. Here's your first, little bit of that.
You're a family man, cleric.
Yes, sir, a boy and a girl. The boy's in the monastery himself, on path to becoming a cleric.
Good. And the mother?
My spouse was arrested and incinerated for sense offense 4 years ago, sir.
By yourself?
No, sir, by another.
Which, by the way, are we to infer that was his son that called his mother out?
Yeah.
Like, holy crap, right? Did you guys get that? Did you guys get that sense?
Now that makes sense of the whole little, how long have you known since Mother?
Right.
That makes a whole lot of sense now.
I mean,
Yeah, it
and,
does.
yeah, and that kid was super creepy until the end. And I'm like, I'm kind of glad that kid had a redeeming moment because I would have seriously hated him.
I really thought the kid was going to be the one to turn over Dad.
Yeah, I really did too.
Yeah, and instead he doesn't, which was kind of cool. Again, he had that redemption moment, but gee whiz.
Yeah, Dad. So I got Mom killed, but
Again, yeah, a change in character that made no sense.
Why did he flip?
Yeah, why did he okay killing his mother off or get whereas his father, he's not going to do that too.
And maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's the thing where he was like, wait a minute. In that moment, I had my mother killed.
Yeah.
Because she was feeling, whatever. And maybe that's the moment. I mean, how old was that kid anyway? 12? 10? 10 years old? So 4 years earlier, you're saying that this 6-year-old called his mother out? I mean,
could have been.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for all we know, like, she punished him because he did something wrong. And he's like, well, shoot, you're a sex offender. I'm going to call the police. You're dead now. The last time you ground me without my fudge sickle.
I wonder if he said, "You're dead to me," and she's like, "Whatever." He goes, "No, seriously."
Yep. You're gonna get burnt alive, Mom. So yikes. Anyway, continuing the clip.
How did you feel about that?
Sorry, I don't fully understand, sir.
How did you feel?
I didn't feel anything.
Wait a second, that sounds like
Halo music?
Halo or Hunt for Red October.
A little bit. When the music wasn't 90s techno synth, it was doing that stuff. Again, I don't know who the composer is, and I'm gonna feel bad if it's someone that we like.
I saw it. It's Klaus Badlet that did Pirates of the Caribbean.
Of course it is. So it's someone that we like. Yeah. He's got to get his start.
It certainly wouldn't be as bad as not knowing who Spike Jonze is.
Wait, what?
Spike Lee?
No, Spike Jonze.
When were we talking about that?
Could it have been last week?
No, I wasn't last week because you weren't on the show last week.
No, I wasn't. Otherwise, I would have corrected you.
Oh.
The Spike Jonze was the guy who directed... oh, yeah, it was. He's the guy that directed the movie we did last week, right? And he directed Her.
Yeah.
What do you care about Spike Jonze? What did we say about...
He's a good director.
He is a good director.
You had no idea who he was. I'm just sad. It really makes me upset that you don't know the hardworking people in Hollywood.
Oh, my God. You shut your whore mouth.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Did not expect that to come out of Sean. So you did it. You broke Sean.
Yeah, Klaus blew it out. I don't know. Well, he's got to start somewhere, right? You got to get your...
Yeah.
You got to start off somewhere. He's done a lot of good stuff, though. He did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's funny. The Time Machine, K9 Widowmaker. Yeah, he's done some good stuff. Anyway,
it would break you,
right? I thought this line was good. Again, not fun. Just it was a good line. I liked it.
What's the point of your existence?
To feel, because you've never done it, you can never know it. But it's as vital as breath. And without it, without love, without anger, without sorrow, breath is just a clock ticking.
And then you hear a clock. Or that was Sam making noises. Either way. And then the very next one. This one is just for you, Sam.
Okay.
The gun cartels. Through analysis of thousands of recorded gunfights, the cleric has determined that the geometric distribution of antagonists in any gun battle is a statistically predictable element.
The gun cutter treats the gun as a total weapon, each fluid position representing a maximum kill zone, inflicting maximum damage on the maximum number of opponents, while keeping the defender clear of the statistically traditional trajectories of return fire.
That's right.
That's right.
That's your gun
the
kata.
gun fu.
Yep, gun kata.
I would have
Actually,
liked it just as much had they said it's karate with guns. I mean, or kung fu with guns. It would have made just as much sense to me.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it would have made sense, but in future world where you inject your neck every 6 hours.
It inflicts the maximum pain with the maximum number of hits on the maximum size pads in the maximum magazine.
What's this movie?
Was that Robert the Bruce that was reading that?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
That is Robert the Bruce, and I couldn't quite figure out his accent though, because it kind of changed. Like sometimes he kind of like even in that clip, he almost changed in that clip. Like sometimes he's kind of British, and sometimes he's kind of American, and maybe that's the point. Maybe the director's like, we're in this crazy future where Christian Bale has an American accent, and and whatever. I don't know. So. I think it's just lazy, truth be told. Yeah, dude smiles a lot for being a nonsense offender. That just drove me crazy. Tay Diggs just freaking smiles. Hey man, what you doing? Smile. Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up, that dog? Let's go kill some people.
I don't feel anything, but let me give you my pearly whites.
Right. Yeah. Let me wink at you. What? Whatever. Anyway, speaking of Batman voice, here you go. Here's a little Batman voice for you, Corny.
Why are you so scared of me? Now, you will tell me everything you know about Aeropostrovich, or I will have a wagon come to take you to the Hall of Destruction for summary combustion.
I really don't know.
Then I was waiting.
Swear to me. In the
exactly. Thank you.
The first 5 seconds of that clip almost has Back to the Future in the background.
No, nice.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Destruction.
Thank you, Andrew. That was the other thing. That was my other note. Like, the Hall of Destruction sounds like something you have to build in World of Warcraft. Like, oh, here come the orcs. We better build the Hall of Destruction so we can make some siege tanks. It just it seems like a real dumb thing to call something, but hey, whatever. Dystopian future, you can name whatever the hell you want.
I kept expecting them to drive out Swamp and that.
Do what? Skype doesn't like you right now, Corny. Try again.
Oh, what's happening? We good? We good now?
There you go. Yeah.
What was I doing? Was I transforming?
You were literally you were doing it. Sounded like this.
Oh, son of a b.
Yeah. What were you saying though?
Oh. Sorry, I just kept imagining them driving out whenever he said Hall of Destruction. Just going and get this little. Never mind. It's a bad joke. Keep going.
Okay. I really think it's funny that Sean Bean has second billing in this movie.
Well, people want to know he was in the movie before he died.
He's only in the movie for. I mean, he must have been
I totally thought he was going to pull a golden eye
and come back somehow.
Be the bad guy at the end, or be the father at the end. Or
something. He's too busy filming Lord of the Rings. What are you even doing on this set anyway?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was a decade later.
Yeah, he was building to it.
I gotta prepare for a TV show that might come out 10 years from now, where I'll only been in it for one season. Spoiler alert.
You kind of actor I cannot stand that's in this movie.
Who was that? Tay Diggs?
No, William Fichtner.
Oh yeah,
that played Jurgen. I cannot stand him as an actor. He's not to the level of Bill Paxton, but he's. I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if it's the way he looks, the way he acts. It's something doesn't click with me, and I can't stand to watch him.
He will always be the that crazy a-hole astronaut in Armageddon to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And then that a-hole.
Yeah, maybe that's why I don't like him.
And then that a-hole guard in The Longest Yard. But he though he would appear in another Christian Bale movie later on. Corny.
Oh.
Sam?
I would guess it would be that one with he's the mayor or something, isn't he? No.
No.
What is he in that movie? Doggone it.
He's the bank
manager
in The Dark Knight. The Joker puts the smoke grenade in his mouth and then says the line, "What doesn't kill you only makes you stranger." That's him. Anyway.
Interesting.
Yep. Really is. He's the only other person in this movie I recognized. Even Emily Watson, I had no idea who she was.
She was, little Hermione Granger.
No, that's Emma.
I tell you, I couldn't stand Kurt Wimmer. Drove me nuts.
The director?
Yeah.
What did he do? I mean, he was in the movie, though.
He made the movie.
His rebel victim that he was in this movie was just so poorly acted that I just about turned it off.
No, he was actually in the movie at the opening credits when you're getting the new gun kata. He's the silhouette. That's him.
Yeah.
I got some trivia about that later on.
But look at his picture, dude, on IMDb.
Oh, the director? Yeah.
Yes. He looks like a douche. I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Blinded by the light.
Not to give credit to another radio show, but do you guys ever listen to the Dan Levitard show on ESPN?
Yes, every now and then.
Corny, Andrew?
No.
So they do this bit where they say he looks like, right? So they'll take a professional athlete and say he looks like. So like they'll show a picture of Ben Roethlisberger and they'll say he looks like what you ask a 4-year-old to draw a man. Or like it shows like Gary Kubiak and it's like he looks like what was Gary Kubiak's? He was like he looks like the guy who comes to your house to let you know that you're gonna get foreclosed on or something like that. Like or like Wade Phillips looks like your grandpa who keeps forgetting where the car keys are or something like that. Like those kind of things, and I just think they're hysterical. So yeah, Kurt Wimmer, whatever, Vimmer,
right?
He looks like the guy at the club who hits on the 17-year-old girls, but he's like 42.
Yeah, I agree.
Like she's older than 42, but anyway, just by this picture.
He has the dot on his house.
I'm not saying. I will say this: he didn't direct Total Recall, which was a terrible movie, but he wrote Law Abiding Citizen, which I really like.
Great movie.
Yeah, I like Law Abiding Citizen. So more of that and less of Total Recall. And Salt was
Phillips looks like an overwhelmed Boy Scout troop leader in the woods who can't find his way back to camp.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It was amazing.
I love these. They're so funny. Anyway. Did you guys expect him to save the girl at the end?
Yeah, kind of.
I did, actually.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't see. I guess that's what makes this not American, because she did.
Oh, she's
Thanks,
crisp.
Sean. That's fine.
She's literally hot.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Or as
Burning in Love.
Tony Burning in Love? Jeez.
Fat Jameis Winston looks like the one uncle at every family reunion that says he can beat you at everything.
Oh my gosh. We can go down a way big rabbit hole with these things. So, but I kind of want this to be the game that we play now. Is that we find that
he
one.
looks like.
Yeah,
we just
find that one person whose IMDb photo, and we say that that's what he looks like.
Brock Osweiler looks like a vampire from Twilight.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to rob all of this stuff.
Hey, you know what Mary O'Brien from this movie looked like? The Human Torch.
The Human Torch. Oh, burn!
Fire. Not really, but she is.
Burn.
You know what Christian Bale looked like in this movie?
What's that?
Keanu Reeves, more profitable and successful older brother.
Oh. Taye Diggs looks like a guy you would see at the Gap.
Well, maybe you guys. There are no clothes at the Gap that will fit me.
Oh well.
Oh,
except the store itself. I could put the store on me, and I'm sure that would actually work out.
This is a fat joke, by the way.
No, I'm tall. Come on, man.
Oh, big tall. Did I say that one? Okay. So again, back to my point of people that aren't supposed to have emotions. This is an emotional response.
One of the cleric has secretly taken it upon himself to cease his dose. That one of our elite number is actually feeling.
Feeling, sir.
Are you playing with me, cleric?
That's an emotional response. Every one of those guards in the room, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like, hey, wait. You yelled. That's anger.
But he's the guy in charge. He's the main dude.
They don't know that.
They know enough not to bother with him.
But like, does that system that they have where it's like, no one has emotions except the leaders. They can have emotions. That doesn't make sense. Your rules are wrong. Don't defend this movie, Sam. I'm the one that's supposed to be defending the movie.
Do as I say, not as I do.
That's actually kind of funny how you're all like, Sam. You know what that was? Your emotional need to rebel against me. It's just like, oh, Sean said something. I must go against it.
I must go against it.
Even though it's actually kind of goes to the point that I made earlier in this movie that it's not a very good movie. Sorry.
I must be the yin to your yang.
That's right.
Oh, wait.
All right. So
it's kind of respectful.
It's kind of gross. I got two clips. This last one's kind of long. Bear with it. And I apologize for the painful noise that's in it too. But this was the only moment in the entire movie where I kind of laughed. So here it is.
One of the cleric has secretly taken it upon himself to cease his dose.
That's not the one.
That one of
this one. I mean, heard that one somewhere. Sorry, this one.
Of our elite number.
Damn it!
Is
Where's on the chart?
Why should father
By the way, you can hear some really great 90s techno in this, I think, too.
be more real than any other political puppet? The real father died years ago. The council simply elected me to pursue its eternal tradition. And you, Preston, the supposed savior of the resistance, are now its destroyer. And along with them, you've given me yourself. Calm. Coolly. Entirely without incident.
Shit. Not without incident.
And then he loses it.
What horrible video game music is being played in the background?
So I'm not gonna lie, I heard that and I thought, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, just anything like that.
Well, the Z Fighters make it in time.
Right, yeah. It's not really good. I mean, like I said, Klaus, I mean, they probably only paid him like nothing. And they're like, hey, just whatever you got lying around. All right, here, you know.
Hey, Klaus, you want some potato chips? We'll give that to you if you... Yeah, sure. I can whip something up.
Yeah, I got nothing to do until I work on Pirates of the Caribbean and make a boatload of money. Sure.
Literally.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Thank you.
Oh, you shouldn't have said anything. I would have believed you.
No, I didn't even mean to do that one. That's actually funny. Those are the best. And then this last little moment of... But like at that moment when he's like, not without incident, and the guns drop out of his sleeves. Which those...
They did a real poor job of checking him.
No joke. Like, don't you think that's the... like?
Man.
And that's not like a secret.
He would have had to walk in and not be able to bend his arms at the elbows with all that crap up his arms.
No joke, dude. Like... And here's the thing, like the gun up the sleeve, it's not like it's a new thing, right? Like, it's not like we haven't seen that 3 or 4 other times in this movie, as well as Taye Diggs and everyone else in the movie. They've seen that bit. So, like, why wouldn't that be no weapons are allowed? Okay. You know,
Hey, can I check your arm?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, right. Can I check your arms? I mean, like, you got a Beretta 92S up there. You know, no, that's just...
We also have metal detectors in today's society.
Right, even in 2002. I know. It seems strange. But
like it goes off, and the first thing goes is, "Huh, must be my feeling and my tooth." Not like my
your feelings. Oh, sense offender. I mean, I don't know. I liked the bit, and I liked the gun.
That's when you save. That's when you save the gun, the leg gun.
Yeah. Nice. And
Hop
the guy
around and shoot.
and just hops around. I'm all for cool mechanisms and guns and things like that. Like they drop down, right? For some reason, they just know to drop down, right? Because it's not like he did anything with his hand. He just opened his hands and they fall, right? And then he shoots, and he had those cool. He aims them down, and then the things know to extend clips. So he's not only got guns up his sleeves, but he's also got the magazines, right? And then he had those other cool magazines with the weights that made him stand vertically. I thought those were kind of cool, actually. Like, that scene is cool. But apparently in the future, everybody's made of dirt. Did you guys notice that? Like, every bullet impact, instead of using blood squibs, which are expensive, they use dust hits. Mm-hmm. So everyone was made of dirt. It was really weird.
Well, I noticed in that scene when everyone was laying in the room dead, there was no blood on the floor. And the only blood we saw was the blood on his neck and on his white collar.
Right. Well, the original, like, when they first edited this movie, it was basically PG. And he goes, oh. So that's why, like, all of the F-bombs that you see, they're not actually spoken on camera. You know, like when the guys surround John, and he does the thing where he smacks their shotguns, and he's got the guns in their face, and he shoots the guy in the face with their shotgun, and you hear the F word. It's through a mask. Like, you don't actually see him say it because they put it in later so they could get.
That's what they had to do in Canada.
Drop the F word. So here's the last clip.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm life. I live, I breathe, I feel. Now that you know it, can you really take it? Is it really worth the price? I pay it gladly.
There you go. That's how it is. I did like those guns. I thought those guns were kind of cool.
Yeah. My question is, why did he think that would work? So I just insulted you. I kind of maybe killed someone you liked, but you don't want to kill me, right?
Right.
Because I do.
Because I have feelings. Do. Yeah. Just. Oh, so you're being lying to me the whole time. Great. You're dead. Oh, I did kind of like the fact that the Taye Diggs fight scene lasted about 3 seconds. I thought that was actually kind of funny. He sliced his face off.
Well, he kept having a problem with his face.
Yeah.
Falling off.
Yeah. Sliding off. Yeah. Like a gooey pepperoni.
I thought that was pretty cool.
They did it much better in The Kingsman.
Oh, yeah, my gosh, yeah. Oh, Kingsman. I love that movie. Ooh, what's happening? That's it. That's all I got. I got a bunch of tropes, though. Trope, Third World War, it's a trope. Dirigibles equal weird future. I don't know why that's a thing. But in dystopian future, everybody has dirigibles for some reason. Or dirigibles, however you want to pronounce them. Sam, you're German. How do they pronounce them?
Dirigibles.
Okay. Propaganda runs all the time. My gosh. Like, all the time. You can't go anywhere without propaganda man up there screaming at you.
I like Sean Pertwee.
Big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
He's in that new show Gotham. He's the So he's like our third Batman connection to this movie. There's the Popeye moment.
But seeing him every 2 seconds was
a little overwhelming. Yeah. I was trying to think if this movie had it, and it didn't, and I was sad because I wanted to bring it up again. What we refer to as the hopping man moment, where there was a character who, you remember from Darkman, where it's this thing that I keep talking about, like where they introduce a character and then they just disappear. And so, and they did that in Darkman. The hopping man shows up and then he just, we never see him again. I was hoping to have more of that, another occurrence of that. So I'm going to bring that back up. Before I get to trivia, however, audible.com is awesome. And they have... It's obviously been a while since I've read the actual read for Audible because it still says... Before we get to trivia, let me take a second to tell you how awesome Jurassic Park is for audible.com. you must have done that like 6 months ago. I always just skip over it because I never read it, which is funny. That's great. Nice. You can get a 30-day free trial and a free audiobook at audibletrial.com/cheapseatreviews. Trivia. No? Okay. The puppy used in... All right, thank you. The puppy used in the movie was a Bernese mountain dog. The noises it makes, the bark, whine, yelps, weren't actually made by the dog, but by an actor who specializes in dog impersonations.
Who the hell?
Michael Winslow?
Well, I'll say Michael Winslow.
Oh, actually.
Yeah. Writer and director Kurt Wimmer invented the martial arts style of gunfighting for the movie in his backyard.
See? Made up.
I know it was made up. I didn't say that it wasn't.
I guess essentially every fighting style is made up.
Right. I mean, everything's made up until it's not. That was profound, wasn't it?
Whoa.
I know gun kata. Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe auditioned for the part of John Preston's son. But I'm kind of glad it wasn't him because he was just after Harry Potter 1, and that would have freaked everyone the hell out. Mm-hmm. Harry Potter let his mom die in a fire? Good job. After she tried to save you from Lord Voldemort? You're a terrible person.
Boy, what a crossover story that would have been.
I know, right?
And when you get to like the Deathly Hallows, you just have John Preston coming back to...
You're right, to take everybody out. The music that Preston listens to on the Victrola is from...
Beethoven's Ninth.
Jurassic Park. Damn, you're such an idiot. From Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, First Movement. And in that moment when he starts to get emotional, like he starts crying because he's hearing music for the first time, I kind of was like with him on that. And I had to think about it. Like, imagine living in a world without music. Like, how awful would that have been? You know, I mean, of course, it's awful now because we know what music is and what it can do for us. And, but anyway, I was with him on that one. I was like, man, that's kind of hard, you know, imagine being 40 years old and hearing Beethoven for the first time or, you know, something like that, you know, that would be pretty whatever. John Preston kills 118 characters in the movie, which makes him responsible for exactly half of the total 236 deaths shown. As of 2009, he continues to hold third place record for most deaths in a movie caused by one character.
Nice.
Actually, that's a fun game. Who actually does hold the most deaths?
I'm pretty sure it's
Joe Pesci.
Is it? It's either Arnold or Sylvester.
Still?
Yeah.
I think. Well, I mean, technically, it's the guy who fired the Star Killer.
Yeah, but those aren't on-screen deaths.
Okay. I think it's Stallone probably then.
Yeah, I would guess Stallone from all the Expendables.
Well, again, you can't think of all the movies. It's not total. It's
in one movie.
This was what the point is that it's.
I can't seem to recall.
25. Yeah, Schwarzenegger has. Okay, well, this is total. Okay, this is going by total, so that's not right. Because Schwarzenegger has the most on-screen kills total at 369. This was as of December 31st, 2013.
Oh.
And Christian Bale is 12th on the list at 161. Will Smith is at 158. Bruce Willis is 157. Yeah, Clint Eastwood is at like 207. Dolph Lundgren's at 239. Sly is at 267. Chow Yun-fat is at 295. So
I like how Charlie Sheen is on this list.
Yeah, at
from Hot Shots.
131. It's got to be more than that. Probably from, well, so I guess, I don't know. What else would it be?
Platoon, maybe?
That was his dad.
Wow, is this Ray Stevenson? Oh, no, is that Ray Stevens? Hang on, who's Ray Stevenson?
Oh, it's the same.
Isn't he the Ray Stevens? Didn't he do a bunch of funny music back in the 90s?
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking, but I think that's the wrong person.
That'd be awesome. No, I think Charlie Sheen, was he not in Platoon?
I thought that was Martin Sheen. Is it Charlie Sheen? So Arnold Schwarzenegger's highest single film kill count was from Commando. He killed 74 people. Wait.
I believe it.
Yeah, 74. But that's... When was this written? 2 years ago. Anyway, whatever. I'm confused. Anyway, I'm done with this game. The point is that he kills 118 people, and that's a lot of people. That's the point. So Corny, Andrew and I, last week by ourselves, when it was just the two of us, continued on the game. The two of us. Continued the game that you suggested. So if we were to recast this movie now, how would we recast it?
Keanu Reeves.
You would do Keanu Reeves as John Preston?
Yes.
All right.
I'm actually going with Liam Neeson.
As John Preston? He's too old for that.
Just you change the role a little bit, but his wife is dead, and he finally sees the. I'm sorry. I mean, Keanu Reeves is like the easy one, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think Keanu Reeves actually might be. I think the problem is that it would look too much like The Matrix.
Yeah.
And ooh, somebody's getting undressed.
Sorry, I'm putting away microphones that I.
Yeah, Keanu, I think would work. I'm trying to think who else could do. Who else can do non-emotional? Who's got kind of the gun kata kind of skill set? I don't know.
Maybe Will Smith. No, because
then you can't. Liners. Yeah, because you can't have Will Smith be Will Smith then.
Although, what happens? If there's a terrible accident, and John Preston comes out black.
I don't care if he's black.
No, that'd be like that horrible movie that Will Smith did a few years ago with M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah, the
After Earth or something
Earth,
like
yeah.
that. God, where he wasn't supposed to show emotion or something. He was horrible in that movie.
I'm trying to think who else could do that. Henry Cavill, maybe?
Kristen Stewart.
I'm on board.
She doesn't know how to emote. That's the problem. So yeah.
Well,
yeah,
should be perfect
role.
Yeah, it's a perfect role for her. I can buy that. Anyone for the wife. Any other woman. I didn't find her at all attractive. I'm sorry. I don't know why people were infatuated with her. That's kind of mean. You could get you could go younger and do like a Emily, or what's her name? Spider-Man woman. Gwen Stacy.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Yeah, get Emma Stone.
You don't want to see her burn.
Well,
actually, put Charlize Theron.
But here's the thing: if this movie is going to be made now, it's going to be made by an American, and she lives somehow. He finds a way to save her. Actually, I wouldn't mind.
All gun kata.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing Andrew Garfield trying to do like kung fu.
I don't know.
No, okay, maybe not. He might probably not. Anyway, it's an interesting idea. I like this game. We're gonna keep playing it, but not right now. Sound great. I gave it NT for 90s techno. What did we learn? Well, we basically learned that we're gonna do whatever the heck we want, regardless of your whatever. That's all I know. Top 3. Well, who else? Top 3 Christian Bale movies.
No.
Andrew.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go with number 3, The Dark Knight. Now, I have to agree with Corny that I don't like Christian Bale as Batman, but I like the movie itself enough to say that that would be in my top 3 Christian Bale movies. The Fighter.
Ooh, yeah, that was good. He was good in that one.
Yeah, I really think that's one of his better roles.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's great. And then number 1, The Prestige.
I love The Prestige.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's a Christopher Nolan flick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's Batman with the Wolverine.
And magic.
And Tesla.
Well, yeah. Actually, that one's got it's also got Black Widow in it, so we're getting all kinds of crossover. Ooh, David Bowie is in it.
Really?
Gollum is in it.
Gollum.
Nice. Anyway, okay. Corny.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna go with number 3 with American Psycho.
All right.
I see that I saw that before I saw Shaft, so I did not hate him then. Number 2, I would go with Batman Begins. Just like Andrew said, I want another Batman, but that's a damn good movie. And then my number 1, the reason why I hate this man in the first place is the Samuel L. Jackson Shaft.
Okay.
Just because Samuel L. Jackson gets to just slam his head against the door and I'm like, oh. There's a scene where you're like, you're gonna get fired for that. Goes, what? And then slams his head. That? So,
right. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that wasn't even scripted. Like, he just did that.
Yeah, that's probably true. Sam?
Yep. I've got 3:10 to Yuma as my number 3.
I gotta see that.
It's such a good little film.
Yeah.
It's a great little Western. Number 2 is The Prestige, and number 1, I've got Dark Knight.
All right.
Yeah. How about you, Sean?
Mine are a little bit all over the map. Number 3, I'm only going to give a honorable mention to Reign of Fire.
The Dragon.
The Dragon movie with the crazy Matthew McConaughey. One of the few Matthew McConaughey movies that I actually really like. Because he's not typical Matthew McConaughey. Like, he's not.
I thought you liked Sahara.
I do like Sahara, but he is kind of typical Matthew McConaughey in that one. But I do like Sahara.
All right.
Yeah, he's kind of like that.
All right.
In Matthew, in Reign of Fire, he's more like, all right. I'm on roids, and I got a big cigar. Let's kill some dragons. Yeah, that's him. Number 3, Newsies, is about the only musical that I really like.
Seriously?
Yeah, I like that movie a lot.
You don't like? No. You don't like musicals?
I like some, but not very many. Like Disney, I don't count. Like Tangled and.
What about like Moulin Rouge or
Chicago?
I didn't really care for Chicago.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I've never seen
one of my favorites, actually.
The Producers.
Producers is good, yeah.
Gosh.
Moulin Rouge is good. I mean, it's good. I like that one. It was big in the 90s.
You're big in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. You can think about the other ones, you can ask me. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe there's actually more that I like than I think of. But I like
Gone with the Wind.
That's a musical?
No, not Gone with the Wind. Sound of Music.
Oh, I was like, Gone with the Wind is a musical.
Kind of the same thing.
No,
not at all.
Not at all. They're just both old.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
Right. Oh, look over there. Atlanta is burning. Yeah.
The hills are alive.
No, Sound of Music.
The sound of cannon fire.
Yeah, no, Sound of Music's fine. That's whatever. I'm just tired of it. I've heard it a million times. I've seen it a million times. So Newsies, because it's got breakdancing and Christian Bale. No, my number 2
Does he
is
dance in it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's good in it too. He sings.
West Side Story.
Whatever. It's fine.
My Fair Lady.
Never seen it.
Really?
Really.
I grew up on My Fair Lady.
I'm sorry.
Every Saturday night.
It's unfortunate for her. Empire of the Sun is my number 2.
Okay.
He was in that, wasn't
Yeah, he was.
Itty bitty in that one.
He was. He was a child, but he was actually pretty good in it.
Was he yelling at sound techs at?
He might have been. I don't know.
Listen, you were in my sideline.
You're right.
Stop crouching and stand up.
Whatever that accent is great too. And then number 1 would probably be Batman Begins. I wrote Dark Knight, but I like Batman Begins better.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Wow, I'd watch Dark Knight anytime.
Batman is more fun. Dark Knight is a serious, dark kind of. It's just
awesome.
There's no joy in that movie.
There's joy. Hey, if you look at it through the eyes of the Joker is the hero, there is a lot of joy.
And
in that
I've
film.
made that, and we both made that point that he's the quote unquote actual hero of the film. But it's a dark movie. I mean, it's kind of a hard watch.
When is Batman a fun movie?
The one that we watched for the podcast, that Batman was hilarious. Are you kidding me?
And let's not forget Nipple Batman. I mean, that had to be a
that was all kinds.
I don't know.
of fun.
Batman is best when he's brooding.
He's brooding in the first one, but it was more fun. Like Liam Neeson is great. I think The Dark Knight is a better film, but I would rather watch Batman Begins.
No way.
So,
no way.
Though the rest of us agree, right? Corny, Andrew.
Well, I
that's what
like The Dark Knight better.
But then you say Batman Begins in your top
I did,
3?
but I said The Dark Knight.
Oh, I thought you said Batman Begins. Well,
sorry. All I meant Batman Begins.
Well, but neither one of you are a big fan of Christian Bale anyway, so I guess
no.
Whatever. I think he's fine. He's just angry.
And you wouldn't like me when I'm.
Yeah, because then you'll get me fired. No emails. That's okay.
Any voicemail?
No voicemail. Well, let me check. Well, no one called while we were recording. So
no heavy breathing.
Heavy breathing. I mean, I can do that if you want, but
no.
So what are we doing now?
We can call Chad real quick.
We can call Chad. Is that what you said?
Hey, so today is Megan's due date, apparently, and
yes,
so
it is. I had dinner with them tonight.
Yeah, so I speak for all of us, I think, in wishing them the best of luck.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Chad's going to have to be a dad, so it's good times. It's exciting for them. It's change his life.
Hey, so how much you want to bet that the first poopy diaper Chad has to change, he's just gonna
run away from?
Pretty much.
Chad, Megan. I don't know.
I don't know. Those first diapers with the black crap in them.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Why are we talking about this? Stop!
Oh Lord!
We won't let it happen.
All of
it's
our listeners.
Literally like Satan's spew coming out of the kid's ass.
Oh my god!
It's pure concentrated evil.
Yes, it's like here is all the evil in the world that this child has dealt with while in the womb. Let's expel it and start anew.
And in one fell swoop, every person that is listening to this show just hit unsubscribe.
Good job, Sam.
Thank you.
Hey, for those of you who are still listeing, would you like to?
God bless
like to always share the story that my son, within 10 seconds of getting out, peed on our doctor.
Nice.
And the response from the doctor was, "In 20 years, I've never had this happen." And for some odd reason, he looked like Morgan Freeman.
I was going to say, was it Morgan Freeman was your doctor or Billy D. Williams, one of the two?
Your son just peed on me, and it was weird.
Meconium. That's what that was.
What?
No, not that stuff. No, Parker.
Meconium is the black poo. It looks like
liquid. Oh yeah, that's true.
Tar, really like tar. Okay. Oh.
I'm so glad you're still talking about this. This is awful.
Oh gosh, why?
My God,
why?
Sam. People are literally gagging into their phones right now. I hate you. Out of 10, Andrew, please save us.
Well, I do not agree with IMDb, and this will not get anywhere near a 7 for me. But I'm thinking rather more like a 4.178.
God dang it, I hate you guys.
Oh, we said that last week. We're going to start
Make it add up.
We have to start doing these weird numbers because we're going to have a whole bunch of right in the middle of our top, so I like it. Corny.
All right, I'm going to be very close to Andrew, but I'm going to give it a 5.2.
Wow.
5.2. All right. Sam.
I'm going to give this probably a 4.6 meconium stains bursting out of.
Jeez,
Why?
hate this so much.
Gunshot wounds in their chest out of 10.
I really hate you.
I mean, it's so sticky. It's like Play-Doh, dude.
Stop. God, I'm going to vomit on my microphone over here. Jesus.
Which is essentially what Sam does every week.
Yeah, that's
I couldn't handle those. I couldn't. They were just so gross.
I was
nasty.
I was there day one doing them.
I could not handle those.
Because you're not a man. That's what it is.
Oh, damn.
That's all I'm hearing.
Shots fired.
No, because you're more of a woman. Because you.
No, I am a father and a man, and I change my son's diapers because that's what.
I changed my girl's diapers.
No, you didn't. You didn't change poopy diapers. In fact, you made a deal with your oldest daughter that if you never changed the poopy diaper while you were on duty, you would buy her a car.
Well, that deal has been canceled.
Oh well.
Yeah, many times.
I guess to be fair, I mean, the moment Parker was out, I was just like, "Hey, man, go to the bathroom. I'm not doing this."
Go to the bathroom. Figure it out yourself. That's funny.
No, I mean it's a natural. It's natural, so they can hold on to it for a while. Usually, Kimberly would come in and finally release it, but
release the Kraken.
You may tell that meconium. I swear that stuff moves. It's
why
like
is it still being recorded? Why?
No.
I
wish I could edit this out, but there's no way.
It's like the blob. It just kind of grows and it envelops things.
Oh my God, I got to end this show now. I'm going to give this a 6.9. There you go. I liked it.
Sean, why?
Wow. Their grades on this one are actually quite all over the place. It's interesting.
So next week.
We're not talking about poo.
Hopefully, but
no.
But we might be. I don't know. It depends on a couple of factors.
Okay. What's
But I'm going to say on record that I would like the next movie to be Deadpool.
Ooh. Please.
Because I think we're all going to see it this weekend. Maybe.
Like to.
Make that again for me, but yes.
I know. Yeah, you've seen it like 16 times already. Horny.
Nope, but only once.
Did you see it
because I'm saving the second time for you guys.
Oh, we're gonna be your seconds. Oh, that's so sweet.
Sloppy seconds.
Actually, it's not true. I'm probably gonna go see it again Friday. I'm sorry.
And now the hate resumes. So that's what I would like to happen. However, things might change as a result of Chad, baby, and Sam not being available to leave the girls with their mother and things. So we will play it by ear. So it will either be Deadpool or
Baby Pool.
Or what's on next on the list is Shakespeare in Love.
Oh, we're finally getting to one of Jen's.
Yeah, so it's either that or that. Exactly.
Oh, better yet, I think.
now Andrew is reconsidering. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
He's
What did
4
I do?
episodes in. He's like, wait a minute. I didn't sign up for this crap.
I'm thinking
No,
we
it's
solve this. We solve this issue by taking Chad and Megan to the theater and setting up an area. We'll just up a little wall so no one can see Megan, but we watch the movie. And if the baby happens, then it's a dead baby pool, and that's pretty awesome.
Wait.
Sorry. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all.
Baby Deadpool.
Did we filter
Baby
him?
Yeah, no, I don't. Explicit tag, here we come.
And the meconium didn't do that already?
No, because no one knows what that word means. It sounds like something from Back to the Future.
All fathers will know.
Meconium. It literally does sound like what fuels the flux capacitor.
Dude, I swear, it fuels Satan's spawn.
Meconium.
Satan eats it as breakfast bars.
Where did you get that? Where'd you get that meconium? Oh, I stole it from the Iranians. They wanted me to build them a bomb. Anyway. I gotta end this show before we get in more trouble.
Iranian maternity ward.
Jeez. I gotta get out of here. Wait, what am I doing? Why is my mouse not working?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's strip the membrane and close this thing out.
Hey, brah!
All right, let's get out of here. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, anybody watching any movies recently other than Corny watching Deadpool?
I watched a somewhat terrible movie last night, but I was so curious. The movie was called A Teacher, and it is the story of a teacher who gets involved with one of her students, high school student, and
what no porn was it?
Huh?
What no porn was it?
Oh no.
Okay. That's a shame.
I've been watching the X-Files and it's been amazing.
So you know how you're going through and you're just kind of looking through your Netflix list. When I saw that and I read the title, I was like, I wonder how weird this movie gets. And so it wasn't awful, and so I watched it, and it actually kept my attention the entire time. But it gets really sad very quickly. So,
no neat.
Anyway, it was interesting. It's not something I would suggest we watch here on the show, but
good to know. I watched Kung Fu Panda 3 this weekend with my 3-year-old. We took him to the theater, and he was great, and it was fun. And Corny, you'll like this a lot. Poe does a dragon punch.
Yes.
Legit. It is a dragon punch. And, complete rip-off of Dragon Ball Z, but whatever.
Nice.
I'm watching 11/22/63 on Hulu.
Ooh.
About the James Franco going back in time to stop the assassination of JFK.
How is that? I read the book, which was amazing.
Yeah, I can't stop watching. I mean, I've only seen one episode, and they only come out on Mondays, so when I say I can't stop watching, I literally have to stop watching. But next Monday, I will be watching again.
Interesting. Okay. Have you read the book?
I have not. I didn't even know it was a book.
Yeah, it's a really good book.
Well, I guess now that I'm reading it says from Stephen King, so yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And I'm generally not a Stephen King book fan. This was a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. All right, that's it. That's the show. Thanks for listening. As I screw up everything, always. Crap. What did I do? Sorry. Please. Thank you for listening, and also leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. Follow us on Twitter @cheapseatcast. You can leave us a voicemail. Call us 704-271-4290. Leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on air. We'll do it because we're crazy. Again, at Twitter, @CheapSeatCast is our Twitter account. At Sean J. Allred. At Soneji, SONEJI 16 is Sam. At Johnny Darko 16 is Corny. And at A. Jimison is Andrew. Of course, you may please send us your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com, where we will read them, and I will print them and hug them and
frame them.
Yeah, because we get
put them on your wall.
So few of them. Sorry, it sounded really pathetic, didn't it? I didn't mean for that to come out.
That was
we amazing. Have no friends. We did have someone download an episode from Lebanon recently, which was kind of cool. So,
oh shit,
we are
nice
continuing to be an international podcast,
which scares me every day.
Oh gosh. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Next week, hopefully, will be Deadpool, and we have something special coming up in a few more weeks after that. I think something we've not done before on this show. So we look forward to that. So on behalf of Corny, Andrew, Sam, this is Sean saying thank you for listening and good night.